One evening, as the sun melted behind the sacred hill, he stood before Ramana Maharshi, who sat unmoving, eyes open yet resting in something far beyond the world. The man bowed and spoke, his voice trembling. "Bhagavan, why did God create this universe at all? Why create a world where people suffer so much? If God is love, why birth, pain, loss, disease, injustice, and death?" The hall was silent. Ramana Maharshi did not answer immediately. He looked at the man, not at his face, but through him. Finally, he spoke softly. "First, find out who is asking this question." The man was startled. "But Bhagavan," he said, "that does not answer the suffering of the world." Ramana replied calmly, "You assume the world suffers. You assume God created it. You assume suffering is real. You assume you are separate from all this. Let us examine these assumptions slowly." The man sat down. "Bhagavan," he said, "my child died young. My brother betrayed me. I see children starving, wars everywhere, people hurting each other. Is this all an illusion? If so, it is a cruel illusion." Ramana's gaze softened. Pain is real to the body. Sorrow is real to the mind. But suffering belongs to neither. It belongs to identification. The man frowned. "I don't understand." Ramana continued, "Pain happens. Suffering is your resistance to pain." "Did God create the universe?" The man asked again, "But why did God create such a universe?" Ramana smiled faintly. "Did God tell you he created it?" The man hesitated. "That is what scriptures say." Ramana replied, "Scriptures speak to minds. Truth speaks to silence." Then he asked, "Before the universe appeared to you, where were you?" The man said, "I was not aware." Ramana nodded. "In deep sleep, there is no universe, no God, no suffering, no why. Yet you exist." The man grew quiet. "So tell me," Ramana asked gently, "did God destroy the universe every night?" The man whispered, "No." "Then perhaps the universe is not what you think it is." The root of suffering. Ramana leaned slightly forward. Suffering begins with one thought: I am the body. The man protested, "But I am the body, Bhagavan. When the body hurts, I hurt." Ramana shook his head. "If you were the body, you would die every night in sleep. Yet you wake and say, 'I slept peacefully.' Who slept?" The man was silent. "The body slept. The mind slept. But you, the awareness, remained." "Is God cruel?" The man asked, "Then is God indifferent to suffering?" Ramana answered firmly, "God is not an entity sitting somewhere watching the world." The man looked confused. "God is not separate from the universe. God is not separate from you. God is the self, pure awareness." Then he said something that shook the man deeply. "God did not create suffering. The ego did." The man asked, "What is this ego?" Ramana replied, "The ego is the thought, 'I am separate.'" He continued, "The moment you believe you are a limited body-mind, fear is born, desire is born, comparison is born, loss is born, and suffering follows like a shadow." The man whispered,
Then all suffering is my fault? Ramana shook his head gently. No one is to blame. Ignorance is not a crime. It is only a misunderstanding. Why this misunderstanding? The man asked, why does this ignorance exist at all? Ramana smiled. Who says it exists? The man was confused again. Ignorance appears only when you stop inquiring. When you look directly, it vanishes, like darkness when light is brought.
Ramana continued, You have dreams at night. In the dream, people suffer. Some are happy, some die, some cry. The man nodded. When you wake up, Ramana asked, do you blame yourself for creating a cruel dream? No, the man said, because you see it was not real. Ramana looked directly at him. This waking world is no different, except it is a longer dream. The man objected, but Bhagavan, the pain feels real. Ramana replied, yes, so does dream pain, until you wake up. Then softly, enlightenment is not destroying the world. It is waking up from the false identification within it. The man asked, why not a world without pain? Ramana answered, a world without pain would still contain fear, fear of losing happiness. He added, duality itself is suffering. Pleasure and pain are two sides of the same coin. After a long silence, Ramana said something unexpected. Suffering is grace. The man looked shocked. Ramana explained, pleasure binds you to the world. Pain pushes you toward truth. He continued, most people never ask, who am I, until suffering knocks at the door. The man asked one final time, so did God intend suffering? Ramana replied, God did not intend anything. Intention belongs to the mind. Then, in a voice barely louder than silence, you are not here to understand the universe. You are here to understand yourself. The man sat quietly, tears flowing, not of grief, but of release. Ramana concluded, when the ego dissolves, there is no universe to question, no God to accuse, no suffering to escape. There is only being. As the man bowed and walked away, something within him had shifted. The world had not changed. Pain still existed, but suffering had loosened its grip. Because now, instead of asking, why did God create a world of suffering, a deeper question had arisen. Who is the I that suffers? And in that question, the beginning of freedom was born.